Six dudes and a six-pack. Dudes you can definitely look up to when you wear a paper hat and name tag to work.
Welcome to Six Dudes and a Six-Pack. Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed our first episode. We're going to do it again. My name's Trey himself. And we'll see who we got joining them with us tonight. There we go. What's up, Ohio?
What's happening, man?
I'm hungry.
What are you hungry for?
Well, I guess Taco Bell tonight. That's what I'm having. But definitely not one of my favorite foods, man. I want to talk food, man.
All right. I'll talk food. The whole point about talking about food for the general public, I think, maybe we're appealing to a different audience. We're obviously appealing to a different audience if anybody's still hanging around and listening to you talk about eating old-ass tacos. But, yeah, you would think that you don't have to be like a culinary expert or anything to enjoy a conversation about food, but you don't eat old-ass nasty Taco Bell tacos, man. I love Taco Bell. Can't reheat that shit because the sour cream gets to boiling. The lettuce is all nasty. I mean, it is gross.
With the fake meat, fake cheese.
It has a better nutritional value than the other fast food joints. Now, I have zero actual data to back that up as we speak, so I want to throw that disclaimer out there now.
We're talking about food here. No, you
don't like Mexican food that much? Are you serious?
Mm-mm.
Like not even like your Americanized Mexican food, like quesadillas and stuff like that?
No, absolutely.
Really? Oh my goodness, man. That was one of the first foods I ever truly just fell in love with and was like, what is this golden beauty right here? This is just, oh my God. That quesadilla, that cheese just melts right in your mouth, man. I mean, it's already melted, but you know.
Come on!
It melts even more right in your mouth. Oh, the next day it looks awful, but you know, that when it's going down, oh man, it's so good. Oh, there's nothing like a good quesadilla. I don't eat quesadillas anymore because they're just boring compared to all the other wonderful Mexican dishes out there. I don't get it. I don't know how you could not really particularly care for Mexican food. What about Chinese?
Well, to finish up on Mexican, I will tell you, I do love chiles rellenos.
That's not Mexican. Will you please stop talking about Mexican food and saying Taco Bell and Chili's is Mexican food?
No, chiles rellenos. Listen.
Chiles rellenos?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. I'm sorry. So it's actually Chili's. Okay, not the friggin' restaurant Chili's. Okay.
No.
All right. Thank you.
Dreams.
So tell me about Chili's rellenos.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's great. It's like a stuffed poblano pepper with either chicken or steak and tons of cheese. And they chipotle sauce on top, and it's amazing. Amazing.
Now, when they do chipotle sauce, does it have actual chipotles in it?
Yes.
Do you know? Okay.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of chipotle sauces that don't really, like even Chipotle the restaurant, as far as I know, they don't use any chipotles in anything. Which is kind of weird.
I'm pretty sure they do not. And
I'm pretty sure they don't have a single chipotle pepper in the place, except for in the logo.
Yeah, you get on the Chili's kick, and anytime my parents come up from Virginia, that's the first place that they want to go eat is Chili's, and they think it's like 5-star dining, and I'm like, get over it.
So they come all the way from Virginia to Wisconsin, and they want to eat it at Chili's.
Yes.
I had a stupid story about Bojangles. We were going down to South Carolina a couple of years ago, and I don't know, 3-4 years ago, whatever it was, and I really wanted to hit that Bojangles. And you only have so many opportunities because there's nothing between Ohio and maybe the middle to southern West Virginia or something. And you're only driving for so many hours, so you got to, stop when you're hungry. But anyway, We stop at this Bojangles. I've been looking forward to it all day, probably all week, because you knew that trip was coming, right? We get in there. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get this chicken with a biscuit. And I ordered. Something caught my eye on the menu. I was like, oh, Cajun chicken, blah blah blah. You know, sandwich, whatever. So I ordered the Cajun chicken sandwich. The Cajun chicken sandwich. I get 3 bites into it and realize it doesn't come on a biscuit. The biscuit is the whole point. The whole point, Trey.
Yep.
It does to my body in general, you know. It makes it expand in places it shouldn't be expanding, but, you know.
Moving to Wisconsin, then moving back to Ohio, back to your roots. What do you eat down there, man? What's your flavor?
Dude, I cook. I just cook, man. I have figured out how to make an out-of-this-world, I forget, it's a Chinese dish, man. It's like the most common one. The chicken lo mein. Chicken lo mein, I can make it out of this world. I found a great recipe. I mean, I can't take all the credit, right? But that's the trick, is finding a great recipe, tweaking it to suit yourself, and move on from there, man. It's found a really good one. It's actually way better and better for you than what you can order in a restaurant. If you make your own spices from the raw spices, if you make your own mixes from the raw spices, chances are you're not getting a lot of the bad stuff in there, if any at all. So, you know, you can trust your own basil and oregano and salt and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and kind of help me get started with my YouTube channel and stuff like that, which is the Trey and Rome Show, by the way. If you want to check this out, that'd be great. But now the Wall Twins is, they're amazing guys. Check them out. So,
yep, they are pretty good guys, and they've given you a shout out or two over the last few months too.
They have, and I appreciate that so much.
Yeah,
you know.
Well deserved, man.
Yeah,
Didn't you send them some stuff from Wisconsin there not long ago?
I did.
All that great barbecue and everything else came out of the South, because it's already hot as the dickens down there, like 9 or 10 months of the year, right?
Yeah.
And yet they love to just slave over a barbecue grill, man, and it's just amazing that these guys can stand over top of that stuff and not be sweating in your food too bad.
Please hang up and try again.
And they've done very, very well. And, you know, they're still going. And I'd love for him to, you know, try some of their recipes and stuff like that. So
It's just one of those things that took me a long, long, long time to get any good at cooking. But, you know, you perfect a few things. I'll tell you one thing that I learned is I found this really nice thick pizza sauce recipe that I like a lot. And I kind of made that one my own too, just because you use your own tomatoes, use whatever you have laying around. Sometimes it's fresh tomatoes, sometimes it's diced, sometimes it's sauce, sometimes it's a mix of all of the above. Who cares? Doesn't matter. If I'm making my own homemade pizzas out of naan bread, that's not it's not an irony.
Naan bread?
Yeah, N-A-A-N bread, for all those fans out there who don't know how to spell naan. That is the best stuff. You can find that stuff at Aldi or Costco or Walmart or wherever it is you do your shopping, man. It is great, great stuff. Real versatile bread.
You know, you can also use it to make a real good, quick homemade pizza. Absolute.
Yeah, absolutely. I recommend, you know, hitting one side or even both with a little olive oil. You brown one side of it, flip that over, and lightly brown the side that you're going to cook on. You don't want to get the outside too burnt unless you like that sort of thing. My wife hates that.
Yeah,
I don't mind it.
I don't like it burnt either, so I agree with you, 100%.
Put whatever you want on it, throw that stuff back in the oven. Oh man, that naan bread cooks up perfectly for pizza crust.
We got somebody else there, man.
All right. Got somebody backstage?
That's what's up.
What's up, Murph?
It's Murph Dog in the house.
Got half of us here, man. Love it. What's
yeah,
up,
I started to drop in like a turd that fell in your pants one time. You know
Hey, speaking of turds, we're talking about what becomes your turds. We're talking about food tonight. So tell me about what your turds are made of. What do you like to eat?
My turds are made of about like a lot of things. Um, they start with broccoli and corn, and they finish with a nice fillet wrapped in bacon. That's how
That's
my turds end up. Yeah,
Dude's not
my shit
messing
looks
around.
like a meal. My shit looks like a meal.
You think you could crumble up your shit and turn it into dog food?
I wouldn't even have to crumple it up. I just have to like dump it in a package and just wrap
All
it
right.
up and then
See,
give it to
if
them.
dogs will eat their own crap, which is made of dog food, then why wouldn't
Exactly.
it be okay for them to
Why
eat
would
your
they?
filet mignon shit?
You have a great point, and I can't even imagine why anybody would think any different.
Actually, I
It's
think
crazy.
that the actual answer to that is that if you eat meat, then your shit is actually poisonous.
Yes, that's if you eat it again.
Yeah. So that's what makes like
Dude,
you get some squirrel turds or something like that in your house, and that's no big deal. But you get a
oh no,
raccoon in there; those things are carnivores, man, and that is
yeah,
actually dangerous
they've
to be
they've already
breathing that
been in
stuff
your
in.
trash can. They already ate
Right.
what you ate, and like I don't want to eat raccoon shit, but I eat squirrel shit because it's berries and shit. You know?
Yeah. Maybe coyotes from out west or something like that. They're the ones that end up planting palm trees all the time. And they eat the berries out of the palm trees. Those got the seeds in them. They take a dump. Next thing you know, you got a new palm tree.
And it's got a name called Wolf. I mean
Yeah.
Coyote. I mean one of them. Hell yeah.
All right. Hey, it says share six dudes at and a six pack at the bottom. I don't know how to take that. It doesn't say it right now, but
Yeah,
it did say
I ain't
share
sharing
six
shit.
dudes, and I was like, hold on a second. I want all six dudes to myself. There it is.
Hey, look,
Hey,
we're all open for
subscribe.
business. We're all open for business, man. These two guys I'm talking to love very much, man, and that's why we're doing it. So
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, filet, man. You can only eat. You can't eat a filet every day because you get sick of it. What would you go on to next, man?
As far as food, like I like pasta. I like fish. I like catching fish out the damn river and then gutting that damn thing.
How did you do with that this past weekend?
I got
You got
four
four.
rainbows,
All right.
Nice.
and I ate them. We fried them, threw some dill on it, threw some lemon, butter, minced garlic, wrapped them in aluminum foil. Wrapped them in aluminum foil first, and like kind of baked them with that stuff so it could like permeate throughout the damn fish, and then took the flour, seasoned flour, and then fried that shit and ate the hell out of it.
Rhino, that's right up your alley, man. Sounds like it's cook and cook right here, huh?
Heck yeah, man. Hell yeah. I'll make a good fish taco every once in a while.
I'm down with the fish tacos, like,
Yeah.
but the taco part, like, then you got to make like the guacamole. You got to like get the pico de gallo going. You got to get
Oh
all
yeah.
this stuff going, and it's like, all right, I just want to eat the damn fish.
I feel you,
Like,
man.
I could
I
already be
feel you.
done with this shit, and
So
that's
you
what I
can
want.
marinate that fish, and then you got time to make all the other stuff,
Yeah,
right?
see,
If
you're
you
thinking
wanted to.
ahead.
That is many years of impatience that caught up to me, and I
Yes.
eventually learned how to manage my time. So yeah, I'll figure out
Yeah.
the things that take the longest and start on those first, and work my
Yes.
way down.
Exactly. And let them. You're exactly right. Let them things work while you work.
Yeah. Of course, that guac's got to sit there a little bit too. Hey, there's something ceviche. That's something we discovered down in
Ceviche is just
Mexico.
like
Oh,
it's like raw fish,
it
basically.
can be. Yeah, you can put raw fish in it, or you can put shrimp in it, or whatever. But or you can have it meatless if you prefer. I don't know why
No,
you
it's
would.
just like,
That's called pico.
well, she didn't say that. She didn't
But yeah,
say
man, it's
meatless.
that ceviche is fantastic, dude. and I'll make some
I've
shrimp
personally never had
ceviche or
it.
something. I'll throw that right on some taco mix or something. Just phenomenal stuff, man. I was telling Trey I make all my own mixes. You know, I look up a recipe for Mexican seasoning or whatever it might be, and have a jar of my own stuff sitting around at all times. That way, you got a pound of meat. Man, you make some throw some lamb meat in there or something that's even more tender. That's going to give you a whole different dynamic to your food. That's
Well, see, that's the
fantastic
thing.
stuff.
Like being down here in the country, like we do a lot of growing and canning. So we can a lot of stuff. Like we can pretty much everything. Can green beans, can corn, can peas, snap peas, can cabbage, make our own pickles,
Yep.
like do all that kind of stuff, which is something that is, kind of like left to the wayside these days. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people wouldn't even know, like say that we never had any more food. What are we gonna do after that? Well,
You mean
I
the
know what to
grocery
do.
stores go away? What are you going to do?
Yeah. Well, what are you
Yeah,
gonna do?
yeah.
You're like, hey man, I can't grow shit out the concrete. Like, no, you can't. Like, that's why they made fucking yard over there. So take
Yep.
that shit and
Well,
make it.
that's the thing, you guys. You know, a lot of people, there's so much produce that gets wasted because you go to the store and you buy it and you try and plan throughout the week and everything, and you're not going to eat it all. You're either not going to want to cook or something like that, and it just goes to waste. So canning is definitely the way to go.
Canning
Yes.
is awesome. When I was a kid, man, Mom did that stuff all the time. You know, I grew up in the 70s and early 80s, and I remember every single year I could tell exactly when we ran out of her homemade pizza sauce. Right?
Get
Because
down
it would
there to the
become,
pantry and give me
yeah,
some
because the
shit.
next pizza she would make, it was like every Monday or something like that, or every other Monday it was pizza night. You know, Mom would make homemade crust and the whole bit, and I'd be like, every once in a while, like twice a year, I would make a funny face when I bit into that first piece of pizza, like, what the crap is this? And it was because we switched from either homemade to Chef Boyardee or switched back.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Chef,
man, we had
Chef
the whole,
Oreo, no.
we had a dirt floor cellar, and we had like there's dozens and dozens and dozens, hundreds of potatoes down there that would last us pretty much all winter. That was a pretty good thing too.
Where'd you grow up?
Central Ohio,
Oh,
but out in the
okay.
sticks, man. It's like 150 people as our hometown.
Well, I went to school in West Virginia,
Okay.
and so we played a team in the top part of the West Virginia part, which is closest to Ohio.
Mhm.
And yes, it was sticks. Like I think about Ohio, I think about Philadelphia, I think about Pittsburgh, think about like those cities, but I never even thought about how country Ohio is. Like,
Dude, the
A
whole
lot of people think of West Virginia and they're like, oh, it's just a bunch of hicks down there living in the woods and stuff. You know, I don't think of big cities like Huntington, you know, that you got people
Huntington
down
or
there.
Charleston or
Yeah, those people wouldn't know how to live out in the country any more than the rest of them, you know. So
No,
any more
they
than if you're
wouldn't.
from LA, you know.
yeah,
So
I agree with you 1,000%, and that makes
slide to the right.
I'm not getting up.
No, I'm saying move to the right. You're going out of focus. There we go. What's up? What's up?
All right, I'm back again.
All
Sorry,
right.
man.
but yeah, so I think it has to do with whether you're
This is my
rural
second time
or
on
urban.
camera.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where you're from in the world. I mean, there's hicks out in California, you know, and so
There's
you think
hicks in New
California- right? That's what I mean. Like every single state has their share of everything.
And Hicks like to eat roadkill. Some
Yeah,
of them
that's
do.
for sure, man.
He's like, "Can I get the squirrel?" Nah, I don't want the squirrel. What about the possum? I don't want that shit either. But I'll take that deer.
Yep, yep, yeah. Which one of them doesn't have rabies? Is that the game we're playing today?
Yeah, no rabies.
So do you guys want to know what my favorite food is?
Nah. I mean, oh yes, it's a podcast where we're talking about food. So please, Trey, tell us about your favorite food. Ah, there it is, Milwaukee's
Oh, it's
best.
wheat. It's wheat and
Yeah.
barley and wheat with a little ice in it.
Yeah, definitely. No, I tell you what, you guys are going to think it's weird, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. But the thing that I like the most to eat, I mean, I like all kinds of food and stuff like that. Me and Erica were talking before you jumped on, PG. But Mexican food, it's all right. That's what we're talking about. But dude, give me some liver and onions
That is disgusting.
with mashed potatoes, gravy, and a nice homemade roll. Oh, oh,
Well, it depends on where I'm at. Like if that's all I had to eat, yeah, I got you. But if I had a pizza, I'm gonna choose the pizza. You know?
Yeah. Like you killed somebody, let them sit there for a month, and then started cooking them. When you're cooking it, it smells like a dead body that's been sitting there for 30 days.
And then people are excited to get it.
Right? They are.
It's
And
like,
then I don't
man,
get that.
I
Though.
didn't know I like dead bodies.
Yeah, there are people who absolutely. Oh, I didn't know I love waste organs. That collects all of your shit that doesn't make it out your asshole. You are a nasty bastard eating that liver and onions. Look, I fully support it. I don't understand people that listen to hillbilly music. I don't understand you liver and onions people.
Chitlins.
You know, it's fine. I'm not about to take away your right to enjoy it. Just don't cook it in my house, or I'll throw you out.
Hey, I'm gonna bring some chitlins. Where are you at? I'm gonna bring some chitlins to you.
Some chitlins. All right.
Oh no, you don't want those. Like the first time I smelt them things, like I didn't want to eat again. Period. And I was like, "What the fuck, Grandma?" She's like, "Shut up." I was like, "No, shut them damn chitlins up." And then I got slapped in the face, and then I had to eat them. I mean, like, holy shit.
I was very fortunate that way in that, we always were expected to finish whatever was on our plate, man. And to this day, at 48 years old, if it's on my plate, I pretty much have to finish it. It is really, really rare to see me scrape anything into the garbage can or anything. It's got to be bad.
It's got to be real bad.
It's got to be rancid, nastiness, whatever. But
it'd be like nobody else is eating it.
Right. Yeah. Just, my wife can throw away a whole plate of food. She's taking 2 bites or something. She's like, nah, I don't like this. Should just chuck it. I'll be like, yeah, this sucks, but I'm going to power through it because this is what's for dinner,
It's like if it's a paper plate, you just fold it up, trough that shit.
But my mother knew that I wasn't all that picky, so she would at least not make stuff that I hated all that often. Once in a while, she would forget, and she would pretend to forget and then apologize.
A really good trait of a wife. Like if your wife, if you marry a woman and she's going to cook for you, and that's kind of the deal, or you're going to cook for her. Well, you should be able to cook what you effing like. You know what I mean? Like, so I like this, you like that, whatever. That's a good point of a good goddamn marriage.
Yeah. Like I was saying, Mom was at least cool enough to not cook stuff that I hated, like liver and onions, and have that be the family dinner. She would make that shit for herself for lunch on a Saturday or something, She was at least kind enough to not do that shit to me after the first time I tried it. That's one of the things where I'm like, hey, you know what? Sometimes tastes change. I'll give that a shot. I tried it again in my 20s, tried it one more time in my 30s. Never again. I'd be in the old folks' home someday, and they'd be like, oh, it's liver and onions day. I'd be like, I'm moving out. The hell with this. I'll take my chances on the street.
Where's the other place at?
Just
it's only liver and onions day one time a year. I'd be like, I don't care. I'm out of this place, man. I'm done. I just can't do it. It's sardines. That's one of those poor kid treats, right?
Sardines and throw some crackers and then throw some hot sauce on that.
Dude, you do not get privileged kids who eat sardines, man. It just doesn't happen.
Like when I was a kid, if sardines were handed to me, I would have starved.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have been like, "What the? No, I ain't eating little ass fish." Now I'm like, I'm eat that little ass fish.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I had sardines all the time when I was a kid. That and fried bologna and all
Fried
kinds
bologna.
of just goodness. Fried bologna's
Fried
still
bologna's
delicious.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good stuff.
And again, it's super. It's like a power food or something, right? It's got all those
No,
nutrients.
it's got caffeine in it. It's
Yeah.
got all kinds of
It's
shit.
got pig lips
You don't
and
even know.
buttholes.
It's got everything a growing boy needs. It's good
That's
stuff
awesome.
for real.
Yeah, it's got the super nitrates.
There you go. It's the nitrates. See, I forgot all about the nitrates. And the nose and all that shit comes from the outside.
Yeah.
You're talking about the inside.
When you fry bologna, Trey, it ends up tasting
Right.
a lot more like ham or something like that, right? I'm
It's
not
a
saying
hot
it is
dog.
ham. I'm saying
It's
it
a
tastes
flat
little
ass
like it.
hot dog.
Yeah, it tastes like a flat hot dog, just like that. And I cannot
could-
stand a boiled hot dog, but I wouldn't mind a fried one. You know?
But you could roll it up and put it in a bun and eat it just like a hot dog.
Sure. Now you can't put it in your, you know,
Yeah, you
glory
don't
hole
want
or
to do
anything
that.
like that. You can't put it in your other parts.
I mean, you can do whatever you want, but
Hey, is it just
sometimes
me? Speaking of food and speaking of putting hot dogs in places, does every school have a? Does every school have that urban legend of the one girl that put a hot dog in her and had to go get it
No.
surgically removed or something?
no, it was cucumber.
Well, see, every school has a
All
girl
right, so
who
there
did something like that.
cucumber that they had to use tweezers to pull the little
Right.
cucumber shit.
Right. Yeah. Who the hell can use tweezers to pull out a big old cucumber, or even a baby
Well,
cucumber for that
like
matter?
you know how the cucumbers have like little like specks
Little
or
spines?
little hairs or whatever, yeah, and they get stuck in there, and that's what they use the cucumber
Oh,
or
okay.
the cucumber. Well, the shit to pull the shit out.
All right, all right.
I've
Man.
done it, and I pulled a hot dog out at the same time. You know, like,
Trey said
Wait.
he used to use a gerbil to help him dance better. So,
I'll probably make you dance. I don't know if it make it better.
but we're talking food here. So, anyway, yeah, it seemed like every kid, like when I got the basic training in 1990, you know, it was
Thank
one
you
of
for
those
your
things where,
service.
yeah, oh, it's an honor to do it, man. But we would have this, we had one of those stupid conversations about dumb things that people did in high school, and somebody brought up a girl that put a hot dog in her hoo-ha, and I was like, oh, we had one of those too. And then some other dude was like, yeah, we had one. And next thing you know, out of 60 guys, like 45 of us had, you know, girls in high school that put a hot dog in their hoo-ha.
See,
So
did
it's
y'all-
like an urban legend that everybody has.
it is an urban legend. So what I'm gonna say is, was the hot dog frozen, and how fast did it thaw? That's
I guess
what
that would just,
everybody
that
wants
would be
to
the
know.
question of the week, wouldn't it?
Yes,
If we could get
it
some
would
ladies to
be.
call in on that, that'd be great. Maybe we'll have to do this show live one of these days.
We should. Yeah, like I've had a frozen ass hot dog and it thawed out in 10 seconds. Yeah, that'd be good shit.
Yeah, they called her Nuker.
Man.
Called
And
that
everybody
microwave.
just ducked.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Hey,
Yeah.
so if you guys got sweet tooth or what?
Like I like chocolate. Like I love peanut butter cups. I love Kit Kats. Like all kinds of ice cream. But I'm like, that's gonna make me fat. And so I'm like, I'll just drink some beer. And
That's also going to make
I'm
me
not
fat,
gonna
but
get
it'll make me drunk.
it's like it's gonna be a great combination. You know, like I don't want to be leaving my brain out and my stomach in. I want them to be combined, and then I just, you know, maybe I eat chocolate and drink beer. Chocolate beer.
But how about you, Trey? What's your craving when it comes to sweet stuff?
Dude,
just
don't
gonna
you
show us your
grab
beer
that
can
Milwaukee's best.
I was going to. Mike.
Well, you can. With your can.
If it comes to sweets, the thing that probably gets me the most, man, it's stupid, but gummy bears, dude. You lick it like a lollipop, you get the coconut and throw it away. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So
However it works out.
Cindy, I can tell you, I do not like her. And you guys might help me with this. What do they call them? Sugar daddies, sugar babies.
sugar babies, yeah. Oh,
They're
I think they have both.
There's
Yeah,
two of them.
yeah.
Like there's a sugar daddy. You wouldn't have a sugar baby without a sugar daddy.
That's true. That is
You
true.
know, like daddy got somebody got to be somewhere.
I
Not all
can.
sugar babies grow up to be sugar daddies, but all sugar daddies were sugar babies at one point. I don't know what the hell I'm
Yes,
talking
yeah. I mean, I was smelling what you was stepping in.
yeah, there is nothing better for me than a Nestle Toll House cookie. I mean, made right to the specs of that recipe, with maybe with the exception of you can substitute the butter for like the Crisco butter flavored or something like that. That makes them puffy. But if you like them flat, then you use butter or margarine or something like that.
Like either crisp or
Don't really matter.
like you could like just
Doesn't
squeeze
really
it.
matter. I like gooey ones. I like crisp ones. You know, it doesn't matter. They all have their. If I could have a plate full of each, now
No,
we're talking, man.
you would have like two crisps and a gooey in the
with
middle.
a gooey one in the middle. Yeah, there you go.
That'd be good shit right there.
Oh, I'm starting to get horny just thinking about it.
A pastry chef for Carl. You remember Carlos's
Yeah,
on top of the hill?
yeah, really.
I was a pastry chef there. I can make all kinds of shit.
Oh man.
That's
See,
awesome, man.
One thing you didn't know about me, one thing I didn't know about you. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, Carlos. They wanted me to go to Brazil, and I wanted to go, but I didn't have my passport. And now I have my passport, and now they don't want me to go.
Wilder eclairs that he made.
No, I don't.
The movie Van
Van
Wilder.
Wilder. Yeah, I got the van. All right, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, they were jacking off the bulldog into the eclair.
Well,
You don't remember that?
that is. I don't think I watched that whole movie.
Oh, dude, that's a sick ass part. There's got to be a clip of that on YouTube somewhere. So
That's kind of like the like if we're going to step off subject here, but like the other ones, the other guys, the other dudes, like with Mark Wahlberg and
yeah, the other guys.
Will Ferrell. Yeah, well, there
Yeah.
was a good one that like they didn't hold nothing back, but then they like took that one away, and then like I can't even find that again. And I want to
What do you
hear
mean?
the like I want to hear them like cuss and be whatever the hell they want to be. But the one that's on TV now is just sad.
Oh.
It hurts my feelings.
You mean there's still cursing in it and all that good stuff? It just ain't the unedited version that you had before?
Correct.
Or you mean this one's all edited for ABC or something?
No, it's just edited like Netflix or whatever. It's
Oh,
just
okay,
edited
okay.
to be bullshit, and it's like I wanted you to talk about shit coming out your ass and shit, whatever, all this, and they stopped it,
Yeah.
and it was crazy, and that's what made the movie. Like it made it that much better.
Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, this is why you are tuned into Six Dudes and Six Pack. We go from food to talk about shit coming out of our ass.
Well, eventually
Well, it
food
starts
comes out
with
of your
food.
ass, man.
Well,
Well, I
so
mean,
That's the way it
like-
works.
If you don't know the beginning and you don't know the end, then you damn sure don't need to know anything in between.
You know-
I think that was my first piece of art, man. I've made a before and after picture of an ice cream cone.
you don't need to know anything about fried bologna, all right?
Chocolate.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you don't need to eat fried bologna, you don't really need to eat fried bologna. You're right about that, Trey. But
No, what you do is you wrap it up and call it a hot dog. Yeah, that's what you do. It'd be alright.
stick that wiener in your mouth, Trey. You know you want
Ain't nobody gonna judge you.
to.
Ain't no judges here.
Oh, I'm telling you what, man. Yeah, I am. And don't get me wrong, my dad used to make me eat bologna sandwiches. My mom, growing up as a kid and stuff like that, but I don't have to do it no more. But you know, the best sweet thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Nope.
Steffi,
It depends on the day.
Asparagus.
I mean, I thought you were going someplace like that with it.
No, there it is, right there. Sexual chocolate.
Sexual chocolate.
But that's all right.
Does that mean you eat ass?
You put a semicolon in there
I did.
because it's sexual chocolate.
Chocolate.
All right,
Hell,
it's good stuff.
I would say sometimes you don't make any sense, but that's not really true.
Cheers.
Sometimes you make sense.
cheers to you.
That's more accurate.
Hey, there's always a rhyme and a reason for everything, my man.
All
Yeah,
And
right.
a rhyme and a reason, but I don't know why.
Thanks to PG.
This
Thanks
just
to
in.
fucking Rhino.
6 dudes
Trey
and a
himself.
six-pack is a hit.
And stay tuned for the next one. Because
In
we
Yugoslavia.
arrived. And we ain't going anywhere.
With people
Peace,
between
people.
the ages of 69 and 72. Nobody in Yugoslavia lives past the age of 50, so the joke's on you. 6 dudes and a six-pack. 6 dudes and a six-pack. We suck. You listen. That's how it works.